For today's video, I'm gonna be doing 5 different ways how you can start your box braids. So if you want to see that, just keep on watching this video. And if this is your first time here and you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because there's a lot of creative stuff going on this channel and you don't want to miss it. So I have Shine and Jam Magic Fingers here. This is what I'm going to be using to slick down the roots of the braid. So the first thing I'm going to do is take some of that jam and just put it around the roots of the piece of hair that I sectioned off to make sure it's all the hair are in place and there's none like sticking out, so when you do your braid it will be neat. Then you take a piece of the braiding hair and you just bend that hair in two, so you have 2 pieces. Next thing, you're gonna put it over your already sectioned hair, and your hair is gonna become the 3rd piece for the plait. So you just put it over your hair and you do a regular plait, and you can plait it to where your natural hair ends, or you can, after a couple stitch, you can break off a piece of the braiding hair from either side, so that braid can become the same thickness as the other 2 pieces of braiding hair, and you just continue braiding to the end. This method of starting your box braid, I think, is the simplest because it takes less effort. I don't know how to do braids. This would be like the easiest way for you to start. So now this is the second way you can start your box braid. So I take a little bit more of the jam and put it on the roots of the hair to hold it, and I turn the hair to hold it in place. Next, you want to take the braiding hair and you're going to split it in 2 pieces like this. Next, you would intertwine them like so. So now you're gonna take that middle piece and you're gonna put that piece over your natural hair, and then you're gonna proceed to do a regular plait while holding that piece firmly in place with your index finger so it doesn't slide out. So now I'm just demonstrating again. That middle piece goes over your hair and you gotta hold it in place because if you don't, it will slide out. this is the third way where you can start your box braid. So the piece of hair that you already have sectioned off for your braid, you're going to go ahead and further divide that piece of hair into 3 pieces. Then you're going to take your braiding hair and divide that also into 3 pieces by breaking a piece of hair in 2 and then looping one of the pieces over the other. And now that piece of hair in the middle of the braiding hair is going to become the third piece of hair that goes with the middle piece of your natural hair that you already sectioned off. So when you're doing this method, you have to like hold the hair firmly in place, because if you don't, it will slide and your braid won't be as tight or neat from the root. So you have to use your middle finger and your index finger to hold your natural hair along with the braiding hair as you're doing your plait. And then if you hold it really tight and then you just go on with your braid, you will end up with a neat and tight braid. So here we have the 4th method you can use when you're going to start your box braid. This method is the rubber band method. It is very common and it is pretty easy. All you do is you're already sectioned here, you put a little gel or a little jam on your roots, and then you use a rubber band to hold that hair in place. For the braiding hair, you can section the hair where you have 3 pieces, or you can do like 2 pieces like this right here, and go ahead and use your hair as the 3rd piece to start this braid. And then when you get to the end of where your natural hair stops in the plait, you could break hair from both pieces of the braiding hair to make the 3rd piece for the braid. Or you could split the hair with 3 pieces, and that way you don't have to do the breaking of the hair when you get to the end of your natural hair when you're doing the plait. So here we have the fifth method you could use when you're doing a box braid. So the hair that's already rubber band, your natural hair, you're going to take a crochet needle and you're going to take a piece of braiding hair and you're going to loop it through your natural hair, and then you're going to pull that hair through and you're going to even it out so you have two equal pieces. Next, you could go ahead and just braid it like that with your hair, or you could take equal pieces from both pieces of braiding hair and add it to your natural hair for it to become the third piece, and then you just go ahead and braid your braid, braid your hair, do your plait. This method also is very easy. If you don't know how to braid, you could do this. It's effective and your braid will stay in place and it won't slide out. Well, that's it guys. I hope this video helps somebody who doesn't know how to do braids, or if you're undecisive as how to start your box braid. There's many different ways you can start it, and these are just a few. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below. If you have any questions, I'll answer them. You can leave those in the comment section below. Go ahead, share this video. If you are not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching.